What a beautiful day. It's the first time I've taken my bicycle out for a sort of serious ride. I'm out by Bowness, which is the northwest section of Calgary. The Bow River is quite high. There's several baseball diamonds. I think this is called Shouldice Park. So there's basketball courts there, but over there there's like many baseball diamonds with games happening and practices going on. Driving by, when I used to head to Bowness in the car, you'd see the baseball diamond to your left, but I didn't know there was several. Lots of picnic areas here with fire pits. Even going back this way, there's more barbecue fire kind of pits there. And if you go underneath the bridge, more of the same. Lots of green space on the other side of the freeway. When you get up towards that hill, that Sarcee Trail up there, and there's more green space and parks and pathways, and it's really beautiful, this part of the city. I might go all the way out to Bowness Park. I'm just going to sit down here and have a water. So right across from me is something called River Valley School. And I just saw a golden retriever swim past me. Dog. And the owner was down there somewhere. I think they have two golden retrievers, this couple here, with a little girl. Anyway, that was interesting. Very strong swimmer. Water's moving pretty good. And considering it's still early June and the river being as high, I don't think it's going to crest for another couple of weeks. But it is still picking up a lot of sediment, but it's still quite clear, all things considered. Come late July, August, that'll be very shallow, the river, and you'll be able to see the bottom straight across. So I'm going to continue my journey. I should have taken some footage further back that way, because it's quite beautiful. There are lots of picnic tables too. So Dad, remember a few weeks ago we came out to Bowness Park and we were driving up here, and we looked over and we saw this bridge. Of course, at one point in time there was cars on this bridge. It's probably over 100 years old. New pavement, of course, but it's now pedestrian and bicycle. I was just across there at Shouldice Park over there. I've never been out here before, so maybe we can ride our bikes out here from my place. This little park, the bridge that I just came off of is called John Hextall Bridge, I think. And that's what this little park down here, and it's a small park. A few picnic tables. I think it's small. Maybe it goes further, but I'm not sure. I'm going to kind of explore, and then I'll continue the bike path, which will eventually lead me to Bowness Park. And then from there, I think I'll go home. That's what sucks about riding the bike. It's fun getting there, but then you got to go all the way home, and hopefully it doesn't rain on me. We're supposed to get some rain this afternoon, later in the afternoon. So now I've just come off that bridge. I'm in the John Hextall Park, and there's another pathway that goes underneath John Hextall Bridge. I have no idea where that goes. Maybe that takes me to Bowness Park. And this is John Hextall Park. Maybe I'll ask this fellow over here. There's some rafters out there. So here's the little park, John Hextall Park. I was talking with a couple of fellows there, and they said to pedal this way to get to Bowness Park. So I've never ever gone down this road. I don't even know what this road is, but what a nice little street. Some beautiful properties in here. Some older homes and then a few infills like this. Wow. Yeah, there's a nice older home there to my right. The gray one. And that little cottage kind of thing there. So yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, Bowness was actually a town. And like Winnipeg, many of those communities in Winnipeg, like St. James, St. Boniface, Transcona, they were amalgamated into the city. And the same with Bowness. It was at one point in time a separate township. So Bow Crescent. I imagine all these places must have been flooded during the 2013 flood. That place is built up. They must have jacked that house up. Yeah. And you just get the feeling that this is like a town coming through here. No sidewalks. Many smaller towns didn't have or don't have sidewalks. It's beautiful here. Lots of new infills in there and up on the cliff too. I'm going to pedal back and have a look. I think there's a park ahead of me too. So, no access to river. This is so interesting. So up on the cliff, I wonder what area that is, way behind these houses. That's cool. And I think this is a cul-de-sac. No, maybe it comes out on this side. No, it's a dead end. Pedal back out. It's amazing. Having lived in Calgary since 1977, all the areas and little places I've never been or never knew existed. Green man. Beautiful property. Wow. Apparently this takes me to Bowness Park. Bow Crescent. 59th Street Northwest and Bow Crescent. Looking at the amount of cyclists and people walking, I guess Bowness Park must be straight ahead. And very nice community, this part of Bowness. Hope this isn't too bumpy. I hope I don't miss any signage that says Bowness turn here, Bowness Park. That's beautiful. Oh yeah. So I just drove a block here. This is off Bow Crescent. This is Bowness Road. So I'm very familiar with Bowness Road. I've gone on here, driven it, taken the bus, etc. for the last 40 plus years. I was just not aware that it ran parallel to what I was just driving on, called Bow Crescent. So that's interesting. Look at that little house. So now I'm back on Bow Crescent. And I will eventually get to Bowness Park, but I bet you it's going to rain within an hour. Just sort of feels like it. So I skipped maybe a kilometer or so. Yeah, this looks just like a town. Crazy. Did not know this existed. Very cool. It's quite the ride from that John Hextall Park to here. I don't know how many kilometers, a couple at least, I think. But there were some massive properties behind me with long driveways. And I think a couple of the houses back there, there's just empty lots. They were probably ruined, destroyed during the flood, I bet, because the river is just over there. Hey. Yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, I think just based on what I've seen to my right, it must have been hit pretty hard during the flood. Some places withstood the waters, but others, a few empty lots there from what I can see. Yeah, this is like going through cottage country or something in Manitoba or Ontario, just long road and no sidewalks. And oh, look at this house. Holy cow. That's like a mansion. Wow. That's an impressive, both of these homes. Oh, there's two houses there. Wow. That's cool. And then there's still these older houses here. They're beautiful too. Just another era compared to the big infills. Yeah, this looks like a road you would drive on, let's say in Bragg Creek or Banff. You know, like a rural township sort of neighborhood. More construction going on there. Yeah. I have no idea what's in front of me. I think it's a dead end. I thought I could access Bowness Park up here. Golf clubs. Bow Village Crescent. So that's Bow Crescent, and I just came off of that, and there is a pathway here. And I talked to somebody, and they said this will eventually take me to Bowness Park. So that's where I'm headed. So this is so cool. I remember coming here 40 years ago, precisely underneath this bridge. But I don't recall the pathway being here. They've kind of conveniently built a little pier kind of to get around that. But I had some friends that went to Bowness High School in the late 70s, early 80s. And I can remember coming here drinking beer and whatnot, carrying on. Would have been the early 1980s. And maybe that bridge will take me to Bowness Park. It's quite intricate. There's a lot of little turns and lots of benches up ahead there. Here comes a car. What the, maybe it's a city vehicle. That's bizarre. Or is it ambulance? I don't know. That's bizarre. And there's some people sitting on the other side over there. Oh, it says police. Weird. So this is sort of a sad coincidence, I guess. No sooner was I conveying my story, because I was sitting over there, or standing over there when I made my video, and that was a CP rail police officer. So CP. And where I was standing there, I hadn't stood in that spot since 1982, and back then we were jumping off the bridge. So the irony, and I heard about this on the news yesterday, Bowness High School graduation, a bunch of kids were drinking and having fun right there, jumping off the bridge, which is something we did years ago. I guess his foot got stuck in a railway tie and he got hit by a train. I guess that made the national news. But I did not know it was this bridge. I don't think the news footage that I saw showed the location. They just said Bowness. But anyway, the strange thing is, when we were partying here back in, I guess it would have been 82, there was no pathway there. It was just all dirt. Where you saw that car, that CP police truck coming, that little pathway, I think that's where the police came then and told us to get out of here and quit drinking beer. So that was 42 years ago. And I just stood there now, and the irony is a CP cop pulled up in his truck and asked me to move because he wanted to park there. So, and that was 1982, and then this just happened today in 2024. So, but anyway, that is a coincidence. So now I'm going to pedal my bike to not that first bridge, but the second bridge way in behind there, and that'll bring me over to Bowness Park. I think that's Stony Trail, way out there. So this is just a little bit to the east of where I was, and we'd never jumped off this bridge, but we used to jump off the other one. All this stuff here is new, didn't exist back in the early 80s. These rocks I'm on weren't here. That bridge, I think even the position of the water has changed, maybe because of the floods. But anyway, so I'm just crossing this little footbridge. I was just standing over there. There's a path that goes there too. That's so interesting. Never knew any of this existed. So I think I'm going to take this path this way, and it should take me eventually to that Stony Trail Bridge and then Bowness Park. That's cool. Here comes some rafters. So this must be like a little offshoot of, oh, look at this duck with the babies. I don't know if you can make that out. Little tiny ducklings hiding in there. Wow. That looks like fun. Too many captains. I wish the sun would come out again, maybe later, after we get our rain. So someone else I was just talking to said that the boy died on either this bridge or the one just right in behind it right there. Would have been the same set of tracks, but that's where his foot got stuck. One person told me it was the first bridge I filmed in this video, but apparently it was either this one or the one just to the right of it. And there's a memorial for the boy over there too, a plaque. I didn't pedal more than 200, 300 meters and I stopped again, just because of this little canal. And I guess this runs into underneath the bridge that I was just standing at. You can see part of the bridge there. There's a man with his son. It's a nice little place. I wonder if there's any fishing here. Must be. Yeah, a little sunshine would make things even more beautiful. But take what we can get. And my bike path is just in behind me here. So there's the first bridge that I videoed a while back. And I'm standing in what's called Baker Park. Little picnic tables and benches, and there's a big gathering going on here. I'm not sure what that's about. But Dad, if you remember a few weeks ago, we were across the river from where I'm standing in Bowness Park. So there's the parking lot for Bowness Park. And the park extends all the way out to Stony, I guess that is up there, and all the way down there. So we couldn't figure out what that park was across the river where I'm standing now. And so that's Baker Park. Is it a wedding? There's a lot of people set up here. Must be a wedding. Yeah, that's cool. This is kind of neat.
Actually, what happened was we're standing on the other side of the parking lot, and I think no, you were with us, and she said, "Are you just coming?"
Yes, it is a wedding, and I'm standing in the wedding shot. I didn't know. That's too funny. It's really nice little picnic area back in there. There's tables that go way, way back, I can see. Like not just where these people are, but way in behind. Baker Park. See, I'd never even heard of it. Amazing Grace. Maybe that's something for the boy who died. Some kind of memorial service, perhaps. So now we're back on the path. Here's the wedding. So I think this pathway will take me to Stony, and then I take the bridge across. We'll see. Yeah, it's a beautiful park. Wow. There's frisbee golf. Yeah, they're playing frisbee golf over there. Yeah, what an interesting bike ride. I've also met some interesting people along the way. One guy was a lineman back when Bowness was sort of not quite part of Calgary yet. And he saved a drowning guy from the river in 15 feet of water, fell through ice. He told me that story. Yeah, he worked for whatever, Alberta Utilities, Alberta Power, and he was running power line out here. And he heard somebody screaming, and so yeah, just all the people you meet on a bike ride. Yeah, it's a frisbee golf course in there. Probably just a 9-hole. Some people surfing to my left on the river with those windsurfers. There they're teeing off. What's nice about this pathway is there's lots of benches overlooking the river. That's a really cool game. I've never really played it, but it looks fun. And I guess you have different weighted discs. They're really heavy though. They're not like a frisbee. You get hit in the head with one of those, you'll feel it. And that's Bowness Park, and I'm going to cross over up here somewhere. Hopefully I can get a coffee. I know there's a restaurant, but I think it's way, way at the other end of the park. So directly above me is Stony Trail. And the wedding party was way back there. So this is the second bridge that I mentioned earlier. Looks like some kind of canoeing lessons or rescuing lessons. A good place to do it. It's nice and calm underneath this section. The river is moving pretty quickly on the other side. The Bow River. And you can make out the pedestrian bridge. It's like a suspension bridge hanging underneath the freeway here. So So we're gonna go across that. Yeah, that's cool. So, where do I... Oh, I see. I have to go around. Interesting. A little bumpy here from the tree roots. Oh, this is newly paved. Nice and smooth. Look at that freeway, hey? The freeway and Mother Nature. Should have switched gears. Kind of hard with one hand. I bet I'm the only person to ever video this. Look at these stairs. Wow. That's cool. Stone Trail. That's a long ramp. Some switchbacks for the bike. That would be a really good workout. That fellow just went up there. Then there's like a little nature trail these people are cutting off of here. I think that would be interesting rather than the paved path, but I can't go there with my bike, unfortunately. Someday I'd like to walk that trail in behind there. So graffiti all over it, but it says Historic Site Douglas Fir Tree Sanctuary. So there's a pathway that goes all the way through, and it goes the entire length of Bowness Park, apparently, this trail in here. Didn't know about that. But I'm going to take the bike path. Yeah, my dad and I walked through here back in, I think it would have been mid-April maybe, or at least 6 weeks ago when we came through. So now we walked down there. Yes, here's Bowness Park. And of course the nearest washrooms are probably 2 or 3 kilometers ahead of me. I don't know if bikes are allowed here. There's no signs distinguishing. Some places will say bikes not allowed, but I didn't see that. Large picnic areas to the left and right. There's like a birthday celebration here. Happy birthday. There's a big meetup group type gathering behind me back there, at least 30 or 40 people. And then over here, there's some people with their fire, barbecue. Lots of people on the river on rafts and canoes too, I see. That's so typical with Calgary. We'll probably get some rain showers this time of year, and then it'll be sunny this evening. That's where the music came from. So I was across the river a while ago. Thanks. At Baker Park, where the wedding is. The park here, Bowness Park, is quite busy today. Obviously, they still have the little kids train, the kiddie train, or whatever you call it, at Bowness Park, because there's a series of track running all through the park. And I crossed some up there. Maybe the loading station is back there somewhere, I think, where you can board the train. And I think back there also is where you can rent canoes or kayaks. I'm going to go over there and explore. Huge parking, but it's always so busy here. Never enough parking. Yeah, you can rent canoes and pedal boats here. This is cool. Later. Look at all the geese. So there's canoes over there. This canal system is really cool. So you can rent boats and pedal boats here. I wonder how far these canals go. That's really interesting. Looks like it goes all the way around this side. That's so cool for families. I'm going to explore here. I'm going to lock my bicycle up. Yeah, there's more water over there. I think that's the pond where people skate in the winter, just over there. Dad and I were here. They hadn't filled this part with water. It was dammed. Big family of geese. So yeah, you can rent a canoe, from what I can see. I guess you can go all the way here. So that little trail that I was showing you at the beginning of the video when I got into the park, it goes all the way and it follows that little canal. So theoretically, you could probably take the canoe or the pedal boat like these people have and go all the way around this pond. And from what I can see, they can go into the left underneath the bridge, or right here actually, sorry, right here, and go back to that other loading area where you board your boat. That's really cool. I've never gone on those here, but it would be fun. I could imagine it can get really busy here on a hot summer day. And yeah, people skate here in the winter. And that little central area with the RCA Victor the dog on there, music comes out of there in the winter when people are skating. So yeah, and this is just a place where people can change their skates. And there's a few fire pits up here, like gas fire pit there and here. And yeah, my bicycle is locked up. I'm gonna go sit over there and have my coffee in the shade under a tree. Even though it's cloudy, the sun, it's warm through the clouds. I'm not in your way here, am I?
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm just following the photographer. Yeah.
Okay. Looks like a lot of fun. You know, if you don't want to contend with waves or a busy river, this is the perfect place to go. Rent a canoe or a pedal boat. I'm almost tempted to do that right now, but it would be good with 2 people. Wow. And there's another wedding happening next to me here. They're taking photos. I think I'm going to go for a walk in a little while. Now the sun is coming out. I'm going to go stroll along that path there. And to the right of that path is the big pond. So, and there's the end of the parking lot. It's a big part, lots of parking, but it's always quite busy here, especially on weekends. And I thought I would indulge today. I rarely have bread, but these are very thin slices, beautiful smoked ham, and like a sourdough bread from the little cafe behind me. It's quite tasty. You know, the sun is out and I'm in the shade. It's perfect. This is a good spot. I think we'll take a photo. The geese want to take their land back because there's a wedding here. The geese are like, give me back my land. The wedding party is gone now. They were taking photos. And now the geese are reclaiming their spot. That's too funny. There's a whole bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least a dozen, maybe 20, 15 geese here. That boat rental place is really busy. I must have seen at least 6 boats and pedal boats rented in the last 5 minutes, just while sitting here. So this couple here, these people just came through the canal here, underneath that footbridge, and that canal connects to the big pond over there. The last time I was on one of those was in Mexico City at Chapultepec Park with Dushka and Romina, and Natalia and Dushka had another. Yeah, we rented 2 pedal boats. I think Dushka, Romina, and I were on one, and Dushka Jr. and Natalia were on the other. So. Yeah, there's a lot of them down there. It's so nice and green. We had all that rain, so it's beautiful. Oh, would you look at that? We got some sunshine. All the geese. They're going to keep the grass short. That's what they're doing, is trimming that grass. So I was sitting just over here. You can't really see my bench. It's sort of in behind those trees there. And the people in the red t-shirts are staff. I wonder what it costs. But I'm going to walk up this way. I have my bicycle here. I probably could have locked it behind me. There's some bike racks. I might do that. I think it should be okay, despite my lock. You know, it's not Fort Knox. I'm sure if somebody had the right tool, they could steal my bike, but it's more of a deterrent than anything, I hope. So I will go lock it up. And then maybe I'll spend half an hour traversing this side of the park. Wow, another wedding party. Today is a day for weddings. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I've seen 6 weddings in the park today.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
It's a lovely day. So.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea told me she's going to be late to our reception because she's going to another wedding.
That's cool. That's so cool to see families out with their kids doing this. It's nice to see people still do that with their children. So many kids for so long are just stuck at home on their computer or doing stuff, you know. I'm sure they still do, but it's nice that they get out like this as a family. More geese over there. Lots of green space, like fields, so people can play frisbee or football or whatever in this park. It is a big park. Many canoes and pedal boats out today. There's a lot of water to cover. Like if you really wanted to go canoeing, it's not small. It's a big pond, plus the canal system is really cool with the little bridges you can go under. I did not know this. I knew this existed, but I'd never really seen it, other than in the winter. So, yeah, look, there's more picnic tables up here. It's quite beautiful. Jeez. And this is another bridge. There's a really nice little bench back there. There's 2 benches back there. And up here. And that's the launch area over there. It's really cool. And there's the little kiddie train track. This must be an awesome park for children. I mean, and this has been like this for 100 years, this park, or, you know, close to it. I guess I could walk along there. So by the looks of it, people who live up there in those homes, they have access to this pond. You can see there's stairs coming down to their dock. Yeah. Every property there has a little dock with stairs. Interesting. Haven't seen little choo-choo come through yet. Maybe it's not running until maybe officially summer starts the 21st of June, so maybe 2-3 weeks from now it'll be running. Go plop myself on a bench by the river over here. I was just walking past a large Pakistani family. I talked to them for a minute. They were barbecuing kebabs. Oh my God, did they smell good. They were all hand formed and they were making them, and he offered me one. I just said, oh, that smells delicious. He's like, do you want one? And I declined. I just had my sandwich. And I said, oh, an hour ago I would have said yes. So here's the train track. Somebody told me it doesn't start till summer. And it's not officially summer yet. I'm so far from where I live right now. I'm just sort of contemplating the journey home, playing it through in my mind, and hoping it doesn't start to rain. I think it might be about 3 o'clock, maybe a little later. I should probably start heading back. I'm sure if I pedaled straight, I could make it home in an hour, maybe a little more. I would say maybe hour 20 minutes. Because from Market Mall, Edworthy Park, that's a good, from Market Mall it used to be to the Beltline, it was about a 40-minute pedal. From here it would be at least an hour plus. Yeah, hour and 15 minutes. So I got, if I break it up and take a break in the middle of it, we're looking at an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So I should begin my journey. Not looking forward to it. But just imagine in the thick of summer how busy this is going to be in this park. Heading back home. I left Bowness Park about 15 minutes ago, which is that way. And there's that bridge that I showed earlier. It's very interesting, Calgary, how this part of the city, the Bow River, you can imagine how big it must have been at one time. Because that cliff there, and then if you go way to the west side of the city, there's another set of cliffs. It must have been like a large river valley. Or glacier. Just like Scotsman's Hill, kind of close to where I live by the Stampede grounds. But this is the opposite end of the city. And there's some really cool path systems over there too. And even look at that guy coming down his bike on the hill. I can see this guy zipping down the hill. Oh, he's gone out of sight now, but cool. Quite a few people out fishing, despite the water moving so quickly and being murky. But anyway, I gotta go. It looks like it might rain.